2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Welcome to a very special weekend edition of Teaching Crypto. This is AZcrypto with MrFOMO. MrFOMO, obviously there's a lot of panic in the streets, as they like to say, because of the market. It won't stop us from doing the show twice a week, at least. But a lot of people are scared, and the fundamentals haven't changed. They won't. So as scary as it gets, if you're in good projects, just hold tight. No one said it was going to be easy, especially now that we're really kind of confirmed in a bear. It's not as friendly as it was a month ago, but this is the time to be planting those seeds so that you are celebrating the year 2024, not playing catch up. So again, a huge shout out to our listeners. Spread the word, hit the like button, subscribe. This is the time to build, not 2024 after the next halving, guys. That's our message over and over. I know we say it over and over, but this is the time to watch the show and build. And we're going to give you some good information today that you can really use to start layering in. We got a project that's really at a great price that we're going to tell you about today.
Yeah, and like you said, this is not a time to panic. When you see other people panicking and investing, and especially in cryptocurrency, it's time, like I said, it's time to take out your wallet. And like you said, this is the time that you're sowing those seeds. This is the off season. This is when you start putting that work in that gets you to the playoffs during the season. When that halving happens.
Great analogy.
When that halving happens, we're going to be in mid-season. It's going to be too late to start building, those strengths and those projects that you like. But you start planting those seeds now. You start doing that work in those places that you really like now. You're going to lower your average cost. You're going to give yourself a great position. And then when we hit that halving, you're going to have a lot of money in your pocket.
Yeah. So we want to talk today about a coin that I think would be a good time to start looking at layering into. And that is SushiSwap. Now, SushiSwap is a DEX. And at one point, all-time high, if you look up here, we were up here all the way up close to 23. Okay. Right now, here's where we 214, 213. Okay. Lowest it's ever been around the 60s area, mid 60s. Okay. Could we see that? It's possible, but I think it's pretty unlikely because the market cap is low right now to begin with. SushiSwap during the bull run, if you got it under 10, it was like, oh, that's a really good buy. At 5, oh, that's an amazing buy. So again, in crypto right now, the quick flips are not happening. They're just, even the coins like ApeCoin and KNC that were doing well have crashed. So the reality is, again, this is going to be a long-term one. We're talking about 2024, but the reward could be immense. 214. And there's other coins that are going to have great value too, but this one is going to be necessary. It's not going anywhere. And so you get it at a little over $2. It's conceivable that it could hit 24 early in the next bull run. And so that's a 10x, guys. And again, if you're worried about it going under $1 or under $2, layer in. But at a market cap of 464 million, that's all it is right now. I look at that and I'm saying, listen to this. The market cap is 464. The 24-hour volume is 37.5. That's a great ratio. It's become a small cap now. It was a mid cap and that's something we haven't talked about. When mid caps become small caps and they have utility, and eventually when BTC recovers, this will recover. That's a great buying opportunity. And again, I would not go all in now, but you layer in. Let's say worst case it gets to 66. Well, your average is going to be somewhere around $1. And so let's do $1 to 24. Who doesn't like that return? And that's like 24 is just like a little bit over. I mean, this thing could be 30 to 40, you know. And so these are not conceivable, not crazy numbers I'm giving you. So this is, and it's a safe one too to get back to 10 like fairly easily. So
Where is people's money going to go when they come back into the market? It's going to go into the dexes. Sushi Swap is a dex. And when you look at the market rebounds, Sushi Swap, you'll start to see that volume pick up in sushi, and then you'll start to see it get a little bit of a price rebound. And so I really like this because dexes will get the trading volume when the market comes back. And even if you've got to wait all the way until the next halving, people are going to come back into this market. This market isn't going anywhere. Like you said, the fundamentals haven't changed. We might be gone from that friendly bear into a bear that's gotten into the liquor cabinet now. We've got a little bit of a belligerent bear that we're dealing with. But it's going to pass. You know, you're not going to be able to calm the storm, but you can calm yourself and just, you know, lean back on your research, lean back on what you know about these projects that you're into, and feel confident in the research that you've done and start to layer in. And there's one more thing that I wanted to show the viewers just really quick. And this has to do with the correlation between Bitcoin, and it's going to tell me it. I should have a TradingView account. But this is on TradingView, and this just shows you the correlation between the NASDAQ and Bitcoin. Not to mention the other markets, you know, that are tanking, but just look at how closely these two are following each other since December. You know, this, if you're just in crypto, you shouldn't feel alone, because the people over on the NASDAQ, people in every market, are taking a hit. But then when you factor in all these macroeconomic things like the war in Ukraine, every country getting hit with the highest inflation rates in 40 years, you know, no wonder the market's down. You look at it and you think, well, yeah, no kidding. It should be down, you know. And then you've got countries going risk off and selling off the assets that they've bought over the past few years. They're going to stop the printing, or the quantitative easing, as they call it. And so, of course, you're going to have this sell off in the markets. And that's kind of where we are. We thought that the rate hike was baked in, but really this inflation that we're seeing, you know, this high of a rate for the first time since the 1980s is pretty bad.
Well, remember, we're coming off a pandemic, and there was a rush to put money in so that people would have food on the table. So you can't really blame governments for doing that, because you're just people that didn't work, especially in Europe. So this is you know, this is like they call it black swan, but we didn't really feel it because we were in the bull run. Now we're in a bear. You're starting to feel it. Actually, BTC has held up pretty well, considering it dropped down to 32. You know, at 35, who knows? I mean, we're you know, we've been telling you guys, you know, low to mid 30s to 48 best case. I don't know when we're going to see 48 again, but it's not like BTC's gone down to 10K.
Yeah, you know? I mean, really, this just condition yourself to start thinking about these as opportunities to lower your average cost. That's really it. I mean, you get an opportunity to steal some BTC before it goes to 150 or a million or 10 million. The technology's still there. And when you look at, you know, the other coins that are on the market, I mean, especially a coin like Algorand that stayed strong against this little dip and actually fought back against it. You start to look around and you see, you know, you see some of these people on Twitter saying, oh, Bitcoin is a Ponzi and these things are going, they're just taking advantage of this negative market and to get a little attention. You know, the research you've done, you know, the technology, you know, all of these things are going to rebound, and you know, this is the future of money and of really any business, because businesses are going to back their companies and their lines with Bitcoin. But also they're going to start accepting, and it's going to be used by countries, and we're just at the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. So the people that sell at 35 are going to be the ones saying at 250 at some point. I mean, I don't know if 250 will hit in the next halving, but it'll be in the near future. Let's say 150. I'm like, oh, I sold at 35. It's at 150. Maybe not the best idea. Just kind of like the people that sold at 9,000, 3,000, 4,000. So again, long term, it's easy to get swept up in the fact that these alts are getting pummeled. But remember, there will be a recovery at some point. The whole industry is not going away. It's actually there's more use case now than there even was during the bull run, which is the ironic part. So, like we said, hang in there, guys.
Look at the evolution
we'll recover
from the beginning. You had Bitcoin in the beginning, then you had DeFi, and then you get into layer twos, and then you get into now we've gotten into NFTs and NFTs exchanges, and now we're going to get into Web3. And so there's this evolution is continuing to happen. This hasn't stopped. No matter what you've heard, this isn't a Ponzi. This is technology that's advancing by the day. And so this is not the place to get off this train. This is actually the place to start putting.
So in the future weeks, we're going to be giving you even more and more great entries like we gave Sushi today. Take a look at Algo. There's some coins that if you really believe in crypto, now's the time to start thinking about layering in so you have your position well built. So hang in there. Things will get better. For Mr. FOMO, this is AZcrypto. Have a great night, everybody.
Yeah.